Hi everybody, it's Paul again from Ballistic Blood Bullets. Today what I wanted to do was start going through my Laserdisc collection. As I think I've mentioned before, I've got a collection of about 300 to 350 still that I'm holding on to. Now what better place to start than with Danger Diabolique from Mario Bava back in the 1960s. So what I want to do is just go through these one at a time, and literally I've just picked them up, so going through them with you is a first experience for me for quite some time as well. So literally just a show and quick tell, get through as many as we can, and I suspect probably have a few more shows to go, but let's get started. So as I say, here we go with Danger Diabolique from the Italian master Mario Bava. His son, of course, is probably more famous, or more known should I say, to modern audiences of horror, fantasy and sci-fi, with films like Demons and Demons 2. From production stable of Dario Argento, no less. So anyway, here we go. That's Danger Diabolique. Big fun, large scale fantasy heist movie. Really enjoyed this. Haven't watched it for a long time, so I really need to revisit that. Next up, we've got one from, I think it's Umberto Lenzi. Welcome to Spring Break. Now this is one that I've had for quite some time, but scandalously I've never actually watched. So this will be one of those good occasions, having dug it out, to leave it out and give it a view. Anybody who has seen this and can recommend it, I would be very grateful for any comments that you have to make. Next one up should be known to most people, Lucio Fulci's Cat in the Brain. Film that he, as the director, also starred in. Strange film, where it basically tells of him slipping into madness and all these horrific things happen around him. And of course, in the traditions of Lucio Fulci, it is all good, gory, horrific stuff, and this is one of those movies that at one stage was on the UK banned list of videos and what have you, but here we have it on Laserdisc. Okay, here comes an absolute classic guilty pleasure of mine. Rebel Yell Brown. This is Antonio Margheriti film from the 80s, when he was extremely prolific. This is a great film. Anybody who hasn't seen this, grab it without question. It's this is the movie version. It's actually made for TV, and it was about a 3-hour plus TV show. It's always listed as being 4 hours, but of course by the time you take out the 4 episodes with adverts and what have you as well, it actually, in its entirety, from start to finish, runs for about 3 hours. Great film, absolutely good fun. Sci-fi, action, monsters, dinosaurs, and of course Red Brown. You absolutely cannot go wrong, and there he is with Alan Collins. Big fun. Recommend you all. Love it. Great, fantastic. Into some more traditional Hollywood fare here. Tom Cruise, interview with the vampire. This Laserdisc appears to be 2-disc edition. We started this one, of course, with Brad Pitt some time ago, and again, very entertaining film, Hollywood movie, certainly worth your time. Okay, there's that one. John Carpenter, Escape from New York, classic. A few words need to be said about that. Anybody who's not seen this one, I recommend you watch it as soon as possible. This is the collector's edition, and it's got an extra sequence at the beginning which shows him in an underground railway doing a high risk burglary, and from memory I think that well, I'm sure that they didn't have any sound to go with that, but they put it into the Laserdisc, so you've got an extra sort of 5, 6, 7 minutes of an extra scene at the beginning, which is cool to actually see how we get introduced first to Snake Plissken. Okay, following up Escape from New York, we seem to have here in natural order Escape from LA, a sequel. Not quite as good, but still in big fun mode from John Carpenter, and of course with Kurt Russell back in his iconic role. It's made better for the fact that he's in it, and it's still under the direction of John Carpenter. I think if anybody else had taken it over in the director's chair and also the role of Snake Plissken, it just perhaps wouldn't have been bearable. But this was okay. It's got Bruce Campbell in it as well in a cameo. Good fun, real schlocky, not as good as the original, but still very much worth having. Let's see. Here we go. There's a good one of Keanu Reeves and the late great Patrick Swayze, Point Break. This one seems to be another double edition. Collector's Laserdisc. I really enjoyed this. It's one of Catherine Bigelow's directorial early movies. Of course, her first and quite brilliant movie was Near Dark, which I have somewhere. Oh yeah, that sums it up. 100% pure adrenaline. Okay, here we go with Steven Spielberg, classic Raiders of the Lost Ark, full widescreen. Fantastic edition to have on Laserdisc, because I don't think you can actually buy this on DVD on its own. I think that they've always boxed it together in a set, so you've got to buy all three. Now I don't know what your views are on this. Everybody has their favourite, but I really wasn't a big fan of the second part. The third was pretty good. Actually, it was very good. This one with Sean Connery. And the fourth one was okay. Too much CGI. But this is one of my all-time favourites. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Great. Okay, here comes another fantastic one, RoboCop. And this is, I think it was the first time released in its full uncut version, so all the body shots, knee shots coming off and hands being blown apart, and Peter Weller, his character before he becomes RoboCop, you see him absolutely mutilated by the bad guys and just blasted to pieces by a shotgun. Pretty strong and gory version. So this is the full unrated director's cut, Paul Verhoeven, and again definitely one of my most favourite films. Absolutely love RoboCop. Okay, here we go with a series of movies. The Prophecy, which stars Christopher Walken as a fallen dark angel, comes to Earth. I think it's something to do with birth of a child and saving of humanity, similar sort of story. They've done it a lot recently in movies. They've remade this same theme, but this was the original, and it's going back about, I think it's about 20 years old now. But there was a series of 3 or 4 of these, and they may have actually gone back and done some further ones as well and made direct to video. But this was the first and the best, and Christopher Walken showing off his acting skills as a dark demon fallen from heaven, who returns in Prophecy 2. Again, it's pretty good. Well, it's more than good. It's just as good as the original. Jennifer Beals, no doubt, gets down to do a flash dance and fleet of foot trying to trick the fallen angel. I need to revisit these actually, because I do remember enjoying them very much from a long time ago. I think that sums it up. Intense, action-packed, walk and steals the show. I'm going to agree with that. Great. I say I think there's about 3 or 4, if not more, of those in the series. Okay, here we go with some Hong Kong early goodness from Jet Li. This movie called High Risk. This is on the Hong Kong NTSC Laserdisc format. I can't remember much about this one, to be honest, but I mean, it's a Jet Li movie, lots of action, and it looks like somebody up there is trying to portray Bruce Lee. Okay, sticking with the Hong Kong themes, we have Jackie Chan during his 90s phase, late 80s, 90s phase, when he was trying to break into America. It took a long time, but this was a movie that was shot for both the Asian audience and also for the American audience, and I believe that there's 2 cuts of the film. I'm pretty sure this is the version that is the full version. And Jackie dubbed the film in 2 languages for his character, his original speaking voice, which I think is Cantonese or Mandarin, and also in English on that always enjoyable broken English from Jackie Chan. But this was a really big entertainment film. I think there's a sequence in it that has a hovercraft that is used on land, and all the usual Jackie Chan hijinks and action. Sticking with Jackie Chan, we have Jackie Chan's First Strike. Again, this one is actually, just thinking this one is more of a James Bond type spy movie, I think, but yeah, there we go, CIA and KGB. Jackie gets entangled in it, but when you tangle with Jackie Chan, his characters, you know that you're going to have a feisty guy who's going to do lots of stunt work, lots of kicking and punching, and lots of good, clean fun. Okay, that's the Jackie Chans. Next up, we've got Michael Douglas, Val Kilmer in a ghostly dark tale, Ghost in the Darkness. This is a film that both these guys actually put in very good performances. Very entertaining movie, directed by Stephen Hopkins. Good solid Hollywood movie. Okay, coming to the end, sadly, of time, as always, with YouTube. So we'll finish off with this one, Tom Cruise, classic, Top Gun. Pretty much everybody's going to have this, everybody's going to have their view on it. I think that unmistakably people can't deny it. It is a good all-round action movie, great stunts, great entertainment, lots of action, fantastic soundtrack. Kelly McGillis at her best, Tom Cruise doing Tom Cruise's thing. Tony Scott film, can't really go wrong. So there we are, Top Gun. Okay, thanks for watching guys, see you soon, take care, thanks, bye bye.